Hello everyone. Yeah, Mandla here. The lockdown due to coronavirus has begun to take its toll on what one can do in a day here in South Africa, especially here in Midrand. It's trapped between Johannesburg, Pretoria, and anywhere in the world. And so, yeah, it could be quite, in fact, it is beginning to be quite tedious. I mean, I've sort of gone around the house and did all that I think a man should do when he's around the house, your home chores, a little bit of house maintenance here and there. But everything eventually led me here. Here, I think you have the world's best cruising or touring motorcycle ever. Well, before you say much, I know. You speak to a Harley owner, he will tell you a different story. You speak to a Honda Goldwing owner, he'll tell you a different story. I'm telling you my story. So this is my view. What do we have here? The BMW K1600 Beggar. Don't know why they call it Beggar, but it's Beggar as in Bagger. I suppose it's because it's got the panniers on the sides, the top box, and it's got the foot pedals and the foot stands. So you should be cruising very nicely on this thing. Basically, it is half a ton of sheer German engineering. It's got a 7-speed transmission. The engine is a K1600. As I understand it in BMW terms, it simply means it's a straight six that has been put at that inclined angle. I think it's a dual overhead cam, as you can see there. So should be 24 valves. It's got engine and oil coolant, and it also uses water for cooling. It's got a big radiator at the front. Scoops up as much air as it possibly can as it goes. It's quite a powerful engine, developing close to 128 kilowatts of power and about 200 newton meters of torque. For a motorbike, that's like we talking in car terms, we talking somewhere in your supercar kind of performance. To bring all that performance to a standstill, BMW uses a double disc front discs, which are brought to a standstill by a 4-port set of calipers. I think they are Brembos. It's just that they are labeled BMW. 17 ZR tires, which should be enough for high-speed kind of handling on the road. As you can see, the suspension is what BMW call the ESA, as in electronic stability suspension system or whatever they call it. It's got, as I said, 6 gears to the front and 1 gear in reverse. It's also is shaft driven, so no chain, yeah, no belt. It's shaft driven. There's your ESA system. As you can see there, here, it's the electronic air suspension. So depending on your drive mode and depending on the number of passengers that you are taking along, this thing can go up, elevate itself just for a nice and smooth ride, or it can squat, come down to a level for a more sportier kind of ride. Mine, as you can see, came customized courtesy of BMW Motorrad Santin. Having noted my initials, they just did that. And also, yeah, it's talking about it. As I said, it's a beggar cruising type of motorbike. The top box, it's a nice, decent size. Look, yes, see, can fit a big head. Look, my helmet is an extra large, so a nice extra large helmet fits in here. I've got a smaller helmet for my wife. I think it also can fit in there. BMW recommends that you ride this thing at those speeds, at least. Don't go beyond that. We know that they decided to just, for safety, in some markets, to put a limiter of 165 kilometers per hour. That's what I have here. It's my second BMW. I had a K1600 GTL, which was lovely. It was magnificent. It went to any speeds that I chose. But in any event, this Grand America styling of the beggar comes in this beautiful, lovely Austin yellow color, what you've seen in your BMW M4s. And yeah, it's lovely. It's got keyless ride. So as you can see, no keys, nothing. The key is in my pocket. So what do we do to bring this beast alive? All you do, you just go onto the ignition button and then it comes alive. No key, nothing. You will see I've got the entertainment system around. It's all weather, please don't worry. You can go anywhere in any weather with these speakers. They will still continue to entertain you. South Africa, we've got Garmin that has been installed by BMW Motorrad. I don't know what else they use in other countries, but we use Garmin here. So everything, touch of a button. I think they call it what? TFT. So yeah, touch screen. So I can, choose your ordinary selection of programs on the GPS. If I feel like going to any restaurant, I could do that. But there's no going anywhere now in South Africa. And I think everywhere else in the world, everybody is now locked in at home. So yeah, I'm just entertaining myself with this. Let me see. So it's got all of that. You can choose where you want to go and it should be able to take you there. But let's talk about the BMW functionalities here. It's got quite a myriad of functions, as you can see. Please don't be misled. It's 260, and I think it's just standard way of doing an odometer for BMW. That just goes in. That just goes for perhaps production efficiencies. It's not because this bike can reach that speed. As I said, it only goes up to around about 165, and that's when it cuts off. It's got a big grunt, when you listen to it, you can tell it's a big beast. I've done all of those miles myself, so yeah, and enjoyed it. I was going to add a few more the past week, but yeah, the lockdown happened. As you can see, currently I've put it on cruise mode, and you can see it's got 2 helmets on. It means it's for 2 people on the bike. I can change the mode to road. If I change it to road and then put it on this mode, or want to do it, I suppose I have to start the engine. But before I start the engine, you see on mode it has got 3 modes of riding. It's got rain, I mean that's just keeping it nice and steady even in wet conditions. And then it's got road, that's for your ordinary, driving on the ordinary roads. And then it's got dynamic, that's for a little bit of play, a little bit of sportiness, gives you that dynamic feel. With dynamic, the ISA sort of squats, as I said, it will then hunch, and then grips a bit more on the road. Right, coming to how you then change everything that you see on the screen. You come then to this wonderful handle. These are heated handles, so in winter there's a bit of extra warmth that comes from the heated handlebars. Clutch is adjustable there, just for the I think for your grip, and then for this cruise control. Yes, cruise control, you heard me well. Cruise control, can put this thing on cruise. Once you reach about 50 kilometers an hour, you can be able to switch on to cruise, and then it will cruise. And once you press the front brakes or any brakes, it will sort of cancel the cruise control. You can set the cruise speed here, or you can reset it to your initial chosen speed. This button here is for your high beam, so you can flash to the drivers in front, or you can do high beam. It's got your ordinary headlight switch. I think its default position is automatic, and then it's got the front lights. As you can see, it's got your fog lights down there. They come standard, by the way, so unlike your Honda Goldwing, you don't have to pay extra for it. This will come standard with the package. I think it just makes for extra visibility when you are riding, especially at night or in foggy areas. This is the reverse button. So it's just there to help you maneuver the bike out of a garage or out of a tight parking spot or so. It's not really meant for long distance reversing. I think that's impractical for a bike. Right, then you've got the menu button. So with the menu button, if you keep pressing it, it takes you throughout the menus. Let's start perhaps with the home button. The home screen will by default be the sound system, and then you go to that dynamic ESA, as I said, electronics suspension. I don't know what the A is. I think it's activate or whatever they call it. I'll check for you later. As you scroll up, you then reach the number of the drive mode you want. I mean, not the drive mode, but the suspension height you want. So that's for 2 passengers. This is for 1 passenger. I mean, this is for the rider with luggage, and this is just for the rider. And all the modes make the bike sort of perform differently for each driving mode chosen. Especially if you choose the driving mode, let's say you go for road, and there you are, it will make your cruise very, very comfortable. I've taken my nephew, Sihle, on the bike for about 25 kilometers down to Pretoria from Midrand, and twice I had to just check on him because he kept on saying this thing is so comfortable, he feels like sleeping. So yeah, just be careful. You just might fall asleep on this thing. It's so soft, so comfortable. It's just one of the smoothest rides I've ever had. I've tried a number of other bikes. I've tried the GS1250. I've also tried the GS 750. What other bike did I try before? No, haven't tried a Harley, haven't tried a Honda. I've never come across a Yamaha, but I've seen videos of those bikes. They don't sound as smooth as this. As I said, heated handles. You can just choose the level of heat you want depending on the weather outside. Heated seating. Yeah, look at, big bucket seats, and it's not only one, it's both of them heated. In fact, if I had forgotten to switch on the heater, the passenger can choose to switch theirs on, or even the level of heat that they want. Jacques recommended this for my passengers. Can have just a nice, more comfortable sitting position. Back to the menu button. We're going then to that other level. Then this gives you all the functionalities, the audio, the vehicle settings. I think this will take you to stuff like alarm system, day running, headlights. You can choose all sorts of modes there. Going down, you can set the date, time, the zone. It's lovely. And back to the home menu. As I said, it's a beautiful feeling to be able to put this horse onto the road. It's a pity I don't have the chance now to take you out for a stroll. But maybe what we can do is just to hear her roll. How does she roll? Look at that. Isn't she lovely? I don't know if you can see, but if you can't, there are actually 6 So these are not fakes like what they do lately with your cars. These are real proper exhausts. So, and the lovely whistling sound of a K1600 engine. So guys, yeah, for me, this is the best of touring bikes you can ever come across. As I said, my name is Mandla. This is the BMW K1600 Bagger, Grand American styling. Nice long way of describing it. So yeah, I'll come up with a video as soon as the lockdown is done. I'll come up with a video of this baby on the road. But yeah, bye, enjoy.